You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some Brian balls.
What's going on, NASCAR diecast collectors and diecast viewers on YouTube? This is Original Big Bri here, and welcome back to the NASCAR Diecast News 199 here on my YouTube channel. And today we'll be reviewing all the latest NASCAR diecasts that we have in stock here, including some of the newly released diecasts from our good friends at Lionel Racing and Plan B Sales for 164s and 124s. And speaking of more diecasts, we do got some early releases to be showing you guys that we found at Watkins Glen and Michigan International Race Speedway. And we also do got some first looks at some 124 diecast that should be coming out in the next month or so. And we also do got to talk about some new pre-orders as well, regarding some race wins and even a really cool Johnson throwback. One new cancellation as well that might surprise some ARCA fans, so that might be a good hint for you guys. And we also do get a brand new promo that is going to be coming very soon at a specific website for a specific driver. But we're going to get all to this latest information and more as the NASCAR Diecast news source right now. But before we do that, guys, let's go ahead and kick things off to these slideshows, shall we? Alright everybody, welcome to the NASCAR Diecast News, and let's get started with some newly released diecasts from our good friends at Plan B Sales and Lionel Racing. And let's get right down to the 164, shall we? And all these are 2018s, so we're going numerical order like we usually do. And first one up, it is, well, Trevor Baynes, or should I say Matt Kenseth's number 6, Performance Plus Motor Oil Ford Fusion. So yeah, I mean, we do have two drivers that are splitting this car, but technically this is a Trevor Baynes car, but it could also be a Matt Kenseth car if you really want to, because he did drove this car as well. So very, very ironic. We're still trying to figure out, I mean, who's going to be the official driver for next year. But right now it's all a big mystery. But whether you're a Baynes fan or a Kenseth fan, this would be a cool car to get. Same car as last year, but we are expecting to get this car in either wave 7, so it should be really cool. So yeah, really nice. Next up, we got another car that also made a return in the NASCAR Authentics wave from wave 5, which I just recently picked up. So expect a review on those cars very shortly, including this one right here, the Clint Boyer number 14 Haas Automation Ford Fusion. It's kind of an outdated Haas car because now they changed the paint scheme like they did with the Smithfield car. But I really do like this paint scheme, and I'm glad that it didn't get canceled, because I know most of the Clint Boyer Haas cars have been canceled, including the Demo Day car from last year. So really nice that we finally got a Haas car produced for Clint Boyer, because this is going to be his main car, especially since he wanted this paint scheme twice for this year at Martinsville and first Michigan race. So really cool. And last to talk about, it's mostly a Ford show, guys, for the 164s. We got everybody's favorite, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., guys. We got the 5th Third Bank Ford Fusion, which that is a very notorious paint scheme for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. That was another car that was released in NASCAR Authentics for this year, so really nice. And we also do got the bright and sunny, pun intended right there, the Sunny D car, guys. Same car as we've had the last few years, but still overall very nice, bright and vibrant, and quite delicious car that we got. Although I don't encourage you guys to eat your diecast, but this one does look quite punchable, that's for certain. But really cool 164 diecast that we got. And now let's get on to the 124s, guys. This is where it's gonna get really interesting. We got some only be reviewing the 124 cars that are exclusive to this scale. So let's start off with a truck car. Well, that doesn't make any sense, but a truck diecast, and it is the and all these 2017, by the way. We got Ryan Truex's number 16 Assen Group Toyota Tundra. So no, this is not Brent Moffitt, but I strongly encourage you guys that this might be a rare car because you guys know Ryan Truex doesn't run this car anymore. But really nice looking car, guys. I'm glad that you know, the team that owns this car, this truck, was able to you know, get this car, this truck produced. I keep saying car, god dang it. But it's a truck, Ryan. But yeah, this truck is actually really cool, guys. I mean, if you're a big Ryan Truex fan, of course this is going to be cool, even though he did not want in this truck yet. Well, we know Brett Moffitt did, but we will be getting that truck very shortly for this year. But very simple, but I do like the blue on this car. This truck looks very nice. I really got to start saying truck a lot more often. Keep trucking around, dang it. Next up, we got Alex Bowman's number 42 Benoit Construction Charlotte Xfinity race win, also known as his first Xfinity win for Ganassi Racing, guys. So it was definitely a very big surprise. I mean, this was last year. This was kind of like an unexpected driver to be in NASCAR, but it got him to victory lane, guys. Alex Bowman, and what can I say? I mean, first of all, the confetti on this car. Oh my God, the confetti! It looks beautiful. I said it with the March Truex Jr. Charlotte win, and I'll say it with this car right here. This is a beauty, guys, especially for a big Ganassi fan. I know my good friend Derek Lewis is probably going to pick this up because it's a Ganassi car. So if you're just like him, you might as well pick this car up, especially if you guys are starting out to be an Alex Bowman fan. I would recommend picking this up because I feel like this car is going to dry up very quickly. And the last two cars we talk about is my boy Martin Truex Jr. This is another car that I do plan on reviewing very soon once it gets shipped from Plan B Sales, because Plan B Sales has taken their very sweet time to get this car shipped out to my house, like they did with the Charlotte win. We got the Chicagoland Furniture Row Cup race win, and this is a car that I was really looking forward to. Of course, you know, and first of all, no, this car does not have slime, but it does have the green monster banners for the playoffs, which looks really cool. I mean, I said it with the Charlotte win, and I say it with this one. Much better looking Furniture Row raced version that we've had compared to the Watkins Glen win and the Kentucky winner. Much more better, especially since both sides have molded out damage. That is freaking awesome. I'm looking forward to review this car. Easily my favorite Furniture Row paint scheme for the race versions that we got for Truex for last year. And the last card we talk about that I still have mixed feelings about, but I'm probably gonna get this Homestead card to make up for it. We got the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Champion diecast, and this car was going to be made in the 1/64 scale, but of course they couldn't because of that big old Monster Energy Cup logo right on top. And you know what I'm about to say, and I can say that I don't really like it. However, though, it does blend in well for the paint scheme. Now a lot of people are going to say, oh, you're just saying that because you're a Truex fan. You know, I think this does kind of work. Now, you guys know me. I don't like the logos on top of the roofs. But for this purpose, guys, paint scheme-wise, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I mean, it's black and green, and the logo's black and green with some silver. It doesn't look out of place. But in the other category, it kind of does, if you want to go with accuracy. But this car never ran at Homestead, so it's completely fantasized. But it does look nice. Pretty ironic that they did not made, I believe we are getting pretty ironic that they did not make a Bass Pro Shops car as well, because they usually make two versions of the championship diecast for each driver. I know they did with Kevin Harvick, and they did with Jimmy Johnson with the Lowe's and Cobalts, and Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch with his M&Ms and his Interstate batteries. So very odd that we only got just one version, but I'll take it, because if they probably used the Bass Pro Shop car on this, it would look pretty horrendous. But this doesn't look too bad. Would I get it? Probably not, but it's probably the one championship car that I wouldn't mind getting, because it is my driver after all. But really cool looking 124s that we got here on this episode, guys. But now let's get on to some early releases that we just recently got from some good pals at at Watkins Glen, but mostly at Michigan International Speedway. I gotta mostly say Michigan because my good buddy Gino Harvey, you guys know him as Aflac Cup Series, but the username under this was also the Aflac Cup Series Racing Network. My good friend Gino, shout out to you, buddy. You're a great friend. We need to talk more often. He ended up finding 4 new early releases that were also released at Watkins Glen, but gotta give Gino the credit because, you know, Gino's the Lord and Savior when it comes to stop motions. But yeah, let's go ahead and get down the list, guys. I'm just going to roughly review these because I will be going to a better review once these cars get released. In I almost said the Gold Series, but they are Gold Series. Once they get released out to the diecast dealers, because these 4 diecasts you can only get at the Fanatics haulers at the moment, because they have the first access to them when new diecasts come out, unfortunately. But let's go down. So we got Danica Patrick's number 7 GoDaddy Last Ride car. So notice they do have a really cool promotional packaging, and no, this car is not a promo, but it does look like it. So really cool that they were able to incorporate that. You know, you got the classic orange, black, green, and white, so you know all the GoDaddy colors are on there. Looks really cool and might be a good collector item, especially. And this is yet another Last Ride car that you guys have probably got to get, even though some people might not see any significance of this car because, you know, Danica Patrick didn't really do that much statistically in NASCAR. We also got Clint Boyer's number 14 Rush Truck Center's car, which definitely looks a lot more different. They decided to change up the paint scheme, and I gotta admit, guys, I'm kind of giving some Wix filter vibes on this car, guys. I mean, just seeing that the yellow and the black literally almost looks like a Wix Filters car, which is pretty appropriate because, you know, he does sponsor Wix Filters as well. But it's just a random thought. But yeah, really nice looking car. I believe he usually runs this car at Auto Club, if I'm not mistaken. Who knows when he runs this car. But very simple. Some people didn't really like this car that much. But hey, it's another Clint Boyer car, guys. I mean, where else can you get another Clint Boyer car that's not the Haas car or his throwbacks? But yeah, nice looking car. This one is probably going to be a big favorite, especially since I just mentioned throwbacks. We got Matt Benedetto's number 32 Keen Parts Dawn's the Throwback, which is a Dawn's the Throwback to the Jeff Burton number 99 X-Side Batteries car from 2000. What a beauty! I mean, too bad this car is in the box because I'll show you guys the full detailed review on this when it gets released. But just by going what we're seeing on this picture, guys, Lionel absolutely nailed it. They did an amazing job with this diecast. Let's hope the quality looks good, but so far, I mean, this doesn't look too bad. But if we scrutinize it some more, who knows? It could be some paint chips or some wonky decals like we usually get from Lionel. But overall, this diecast is just literally just awesome. All right, I was trying to create a pun right there because I saw the lightning and the thunder, but now I'm trying to quote Imagine Dragons now. And the last car to be talking about, so of course, it's it's got to be another car from my boy Martin Truex Jr. in the Auto Owners Insurance Big A car. And that's technically what this car is, guys. It's basically the Auto Owners car with the big old A. A lot of people thought this car was getting canceled, but it didn't. So, yeah, I'm probably going to pick this car up, unless it gets made in NASCAR Authentics. I highly doubt it, though. But, yeah, really cool looking early releases that we got on this segment, guys. And now let's get on to some first look 124s, and these are gonna be pretty brief because you know, most of these cars we already seen released in the Gold Series so far, or at sneak peeks. So let's go, and we're going to categorize this, guys, by ship dates because a lot of people want to know what the ETAs of these cars. So this first batch of the first look diecast I'm about to show you guys are going to be possibly released by September 11th. So let's go down the list right here. We got Austin Dillon's number 3 Daytona 500 race win, and these are all 124 ARCs, by the way, not elites. So yeah, the Daytona 500 race win, guys. I mean, just like what I said with the 164 on the last episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, it looks really nice on this. It's on that Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. Too bad it's not a 360 view of this car, but overall, I mean, the confetti looks nice. This diecast looks cool, and the fade is right, guys. They put the correct gradient of the fade of this car that's on the side, because we know it was inaccurate on the regular Dow car for this year. So glad to see they updated that. But of course, some people are still probably gonna get this car, even though not too many people were big fans of that finish. But you know, it's happened, and we can just move on for that. Another car that's gonna be another Austell car that's gonna be released on the 11th of September. It is the Real Tree Fishing car, which I believe he drove at the Spring Bristol race. And this car, man, I easily mistaken it for a Ducks Unlimited car for a second, but this car is, you know, really interesting. I mean, we definitely got an interesting color combination that we got going right here with the camouflage and this very I'm not quite sure how to describe the front color of this, guys. It's just, I don't know, it's very very transparent and very just I don't know, it looks like, I don't know, I guess you could say it's like a galaxy color or something like that. Just, it's really if you guys can find the word of what I'm trying to describe this car, feel free to help me out, because I just really don't know what that is. But that is, it really does have a cool, you know, illusion to get this diecast, to get this diecast, you know, some big pizzazz, and really do like it. So looks like this car is going to look very nice. And these are the actual diecast, guys. I don't think they're prototypes, so these are coming out very soon. We got some Kevin Harvick diecast to be talked about as well. This car should look very familiar because he just won with this car at Michigan. We got the Busch Light Mobile 1 Ford Fusion, so pretty appropriate to get this car on a first look, since he just recently won with this car at Michigan. So this is probably the better collab painting that we got compared to the next one, which is the Mobile 1 Busch Beer car. I don't like it. I really don't like it. It's just a very lazy design. Some people might like this, but I don't know. I really don't like it at all. So yeah. Next up, we got the let's see, and I believe we got one more that's going to be released on the 11th, and it is the Kyle Busch Snickers Almond, and not Almond like that freaking commercial. I can see why that guy wanted to, you know, jump off of his car. I always love the Snickers commercials, and I actually did just try Snickers Almond. And I gotta admit, not too bad, guys. And I usually like regular Snickers, so that does say something right there. But back to the car, guys. He did drove this car at Atlanta, and you know, this is not a bad looking car. A lot probably is going on, but it does look like the packaging, which is really cool. That's something I did like with the regular Snickers car from last year, because it looked like the packaging. So great to see that they incorporated that. Would I say it's better than the Snickers car from last year? Probably not, but definitely something different that we have. Plus, I like Snickers as well, so if you like Snickers, this will be a cool car to get once it gets released on September 11th. And now we'll talk about the cars that are going to be released on September 26th, as ETA that Lionel has stated on their website. But it could change for all we know, depending on what the shipping reports say. So let's go ahead and do this to the 26th. And first one up is Chase Elliott number 9 Mountain Dew Baja Blast Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. Beautiful diecast, guys. I mean, you can see that metallic flake paint just looks beautiful on this. Easily, I think this car definitely stands out a lot more than the regular Mountain Dew car, because the green was very dark, but that's how it was. I kind of like this car a lot more, to be honest with you. Plus, Baja Blast, man, gotta love that car. Next, we also got some, another one of my favorite drivers, Ryan Blaney, guys. We got some Ryan Blaney 124s that are just almost about to hit the shelves. Ooh, expect a lot of Ryan Blaney diecast reviews when these cars come out. We got the Dex Imaging car, which, man, he always seems to have bad luck in this paint scheme, guys, for some odd reason. But I do like this car. Red and white, beautiful looking car. The white rims as well just look nice. It's very simple, but I do like it. Is it better than the Menards or the PBG car? Probably not, but hey, really nice looking car. And then we gotta talk about the Pennzoil car, guys. This is, I got a lot of mixed feelings on this. The 164, I know Racing 2011 just recently reviewed on that, and he got mixed feelings about that as well. You know, the 124 doesn't look too bad, but man, the 164, man, the rims on the neon yellow, they kind of look like green on the 164. On 124, they definitely look like a Danglo yellow. So I'll give Lionel that they really nailed that color. However, though, I just as much as I love the Menards Danglo yellow, wherever that Danglo yellow is on the Pennzoil car, it needs to be Pennzoil yellow. It just needs to. It just feels right. I don't know, guys. I got mixed feelings about this paint scheme. I like it, but just I think the bright yellow kind of ruins it for me, guys. But planning to get the 164 when it does come out, even though it's not the best paint scheme for Ryan Blaney. 2 more diecasts to talk about for this part of the video, and we got the another one of the race versions coming out very, very soon. It is Clint Boyer's Martinsville race win and the Haas demo day for Infusion. So really nice looking car, lots of confetti on this car. I know the Martinsville race wins lot of confetti, so this is you know, probably not as much as the Kyle Busch car that we had a few years back, but this one definitely looks very nice, especially for any Boyer fans who have been waiting for a race win. This is a good time to get it once it gets released on the 26th. And last car to be talked about, the Kyle Busch Skittles car. Same car as has been the last few years, and hope to God it changes. Well, at least we got the Don Throwback car, am I right? God forbid, hopefully he doesn't win this car at the Brickyard. Hopefully I jinxed it for him. But that wraps up on all of the latest diecasts that have been released and will be released very soon. Alrighty guys, and now let's get on to the pre-orders, and probably the first one to be talking about is, I know you guys know what I'm about to talk about. Chase Elliott, man. Holy crap. He finally did it after 99 Cup starts. Finally gets a win in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. And with my luck, I didn't go to that race. And I was planning to. But on a brighter note, Chase Elliott is now a Cup winner. That is amazing, guys. And what's even better, this car is available for pre-order in both scales. Can't say I'm not surprised because, you know, Chase Elliott diecasts are selling pretty well. I mean, let the merchandise already start rolling up now. This is going to be one of many wins that we're going to get for Chase Elliott. And hopefully no more second place finishes. But really, really nice looking car. Well, actually, it is going to look nice because hopefully they won't screw up this car, because I know Lionel likes to screw up the Chase Elliott diecast. But as you guys know, the Sun Energy 1 car has changed the paint scheme. You guys probably wondered, why in the world did they change the paint scheme? Well, that is because the president, Kenny Habal, he has a partnership with, well, he shares the Sun Energy 1 sponsorship, not only in NASCAR, but also in the IMSA series as well. And on their, on the Mercedes AMG GT3 cars, that they just recently updated their paint scheme. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look them up. The 2018 paint scheme for the Mercedes AMG GT3 for IMSA. This paint scheme looks very similar to that, so that's the reason why they did that. And a lot of people, this car doesn't really look the best on the render, but man, the chrome on this car looks amazing. Usually I don't like special finish cars, but seeing that this car actually looks like what it is on track, it's gonna be a really cool, nice car. Well, let's just hope Lionel doesn't screw it up. And another race winner to be talking about, which, you know, not too many people aren't surprised. Kevin Harvick just won in Michigan with the Busch Light Mobil 1 car I just recently talked about on the first looks. So, as you can tell, yeah, 7 wins. Pretty impressive. Hasn't even been in the playoffs yet. Already way better than, you know, what Truex did last year. So, yeah, that's pretty cool for any Harvick fans. This will probably be another car that we'll recommend getting for any Harvick fans, especially since his first time he wanted a collaborative paint scheme. So, really cool. And last car to be talked about on the pre-order list, we got to talk about probably one of the most hyped up Don's Throwback cars of this year. And damn right it is, guys. We got Joey Logano's Shell Pennzoil's Don's Throwback car, which is throwing it back to my boy Steve Park in that Pennzoil car that he drove in the early 2000s and the late 90s. Holy crap. How in the world did Team Penske get away with this? I bet Teresa Earnhardt is just, you know, just waving in disgrace just to see this. But you know what? She can just literally just kiss a big one, because this diecast and this car just absolutely looks amazing, guys. This literally brings back my memories as a child, because I first started watching NASCAR in the early 2000s, back in 2001, and I remember seeing this car. So it is so cool to see Team Penske incorporate such an iconic paint scheme that, you know, majority of the fan base knows, including people around my age and my time. Man, I'm telling you guys, this car, it's going to be depressing if this car gets canceled. Let's hope the guy doesn't, because this car is literally just beautiful. I don't think I have seen one person so far that hated this car. Team Penske on a roll with the Joey Logano throwbacks, guys. They have done amazing. I'm really hoping we can see this car in NASCAR Authentics, because, man, I would just love to see this car. If not, I'm going to get in the Gold Series, but I freaking love this car, man. Just awesome. The throwbacks for Team Penske this year are just amazing. I love Ryan Blaney's, and then Joey Logano's, and Brad's not too bad, too. So, Team Penske, you got my vote for some of the best throwbacks that we got for this year. And now talk to some cancellations, guys. We only got one cancellation to be talking about, and it is an ARCA diecast, and it is on Thad Moffitt's number 46 Performance Plus Motor Oil. So, ironically, another Performance Plus car, but this was canceled only the 1/64 scale, which is very disappointing because this is yet another ARCA car that has been canceled only in the 1/64 scale, just like the Sinclair Oil Daytona 500, the Daytona race winner that we had as well. That was canceled. So very unfortunate that this is now the second time that's happened, but we still got the Natalie Deckering and the vegan car coming out as well, but in the 1/64 scale. But not too many people might not know who Thad Moffitt is, but any ARCA fans probably might know who has followed him. He is the grandson of Richard Petty, from what I know, and he drives part-time for Empire Racing, and they have kind of like an alliance/partnership with Richard Petty Motorsports. So really cool, and at least they gave this car a shot to, you know, get the diecast made. But there's always next year, because it looks like Lionel's slowly starting to push out these ARCA diecasts, and hopefully we'll get some more opportunities as the year goes on. But at least they tried. At least the 124 will be made, but that's good. And the last topic we talk about, guys, on this video before we get on to the update announcement on the NASCAR Diecast New 200th episode, we got to talk about a brand new promo, guys, for 2018. And this actually came off surprise. I got to give a good shout to diecast fans, and also, let's see right here, diecast fans and Jason, Aaron Strain as well. You guys might know who both of them are if you guys follow Instagram and Twitter. They are the ones that provide this information, so gotta give them credit for them. And let's say for any Joey Gase fans out there, probably gonna be looking forward to get this car, because it is a 1/64 exclusive, and it only will be available at his website, guys. And I believe they are almost sold out. If not, they're already sold out. So this is gonna be a hard car to find already. But pretty appropriate to get this car released, well, just to talk about, because of the drama that he had at Mid-Ohio with Ross Chastain. Not getting into more details about that, but I just find it ironic that they got this car in. But it is the number 35 Spark Energy Xfinity car for Joey Gase. So, yeah, very random. What's funny, a lot of people thought when I posted this car on the Diecast News official Instagram page, a lot of people thought it was a pre-order, like, oh, that car's gonna get canceled. Well, unless you know, make as promo, it's not guaranteed to be canceled, because the company is actually going to go out and make this car and produce it in how many ever quantities they want. So that's a plus side about promos, because they can be guaranteed to be made if the team and the driver and the sponsor are all up for it. So really cool that he did that, and hopefully we can find this car. If not, then you better do some eBay hunting, because this car is definitely gonna be rare when it comes out very, very soon. I don't know what the ETA on this is, but I'm sure it's coming out very soon, from what I know. But that wraps up on all the latest stuff that we have to talk about in the NASCAR Diecast News. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As always, guys, please give a good comment, like it if you guys have not already. Highly encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel for any more of the latest NASCAR Diecast News. And below, update on the NASCAR Diecast News 200th episode, which will be the next episode, guys. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be another live episode for the third year in a row. It's going to be big, guys. We're going to have hopefully some special guests. I'm still working in the process of that, but the live episode with the live Q&A session with special guests, and of course the mega diecast giveaway, 27 cars, 27 winners, all on August 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I will catch you guys there, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this. But to get you guys hyped up and get ready for the 200th episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, let's go ahead and take a look at a teaser of a tribute to the Road to 200.